What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone for a daily news update where we are going to talk about uh, trust the process, or give Giuntoli time, whatever you want to call it, because it's uh, it's getting a bit out of hand at this moment in time. In the media as well, because they're having a field day with transfer news or fake transfer news, or just linking us with everyone under the sun, and just making up stories at this point, like literally making up stories, and it's putting Giuntoli, or actually the club in general, in a bad spotlight. So that's what we're going to talk about. Before we do that, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, because we're getting close to 5K, and we need to hit that actually before the end of the month, but at least before the end of the season. And yeah, let's jump straight into it. Okay, so give him time, Giuntoli, is what I said. I'll keep my consistency, and I said I'll give him 2 full summers. Last summer did not, and I said summers, not transfers. January, I said summers. Last summer didn't count because he came in when the transfer window was open. We had absolutely no board. Like, we had absolutely nothing at the club. Nobody knew the financial situation really. It was all over the place. And even this January, even now, all the links are if we get Champions League. That's the situation of the club, period. You can have Giuntoli, you can have Marotta out there. That's the situation of the club. And on top of that, we are absolutely garbage on the pitch. We are garbage on the pitch. And when people say, oh, we brought on Vidal, we had not even Vidal money in January. We are going to sign a player on a free or a very cheap loan money in January. So when people say, oh, he signed Kvaratskhelia at Napoli, or we brought him Vidal in 2011, we didn't have a single penny in January. It's as simple as that. It's sad, but it's as simple as that. When people say, oh, but we brought in Pirlo when we were crap. Pirlo is Italian. If you give me another Pirlo on a free who is Italian and is willing to join Juve, good. I'll take it. I'll take it. If you can give me that option, if you can give me a Pirlo, and also it's a one-off, or people like to use that we got Pirlo in 2011. If you can point me another Pirlo free agent out there, that type of quality, who is Italian, because they're gonna join Juve, because they know Juve. You're not gonna get some. Let's say Pirlo was Spaniard, and he was playing for Real Madrid on a free, and you're like, do you want to play for Juve now? He's gonna laugh at you. So different scenarios, completely different scenarios, but people are using that against Giuntoli. And again, I'm not even saying he is the guy. I'm not praising him. I'm just saying give him a fair shot at this moment in time. Give him a fair shot. Last summer, pointless. Like, we had absolutely no money, and he had no time. We had no board. We had absolutely nothing at this club. In January, still no money. At this moment in time, we're not officially renewing Rugani because we're waiting if we get Champions League money, yes or not. That's the reality of this club. And it's about Rugani's extension, by the way. Keep that in mind. So whatever happened from now, from the summer until now, is just clearing it out. That's what it's all about. It's assessing the situation financially and making big decisions in the summer. That's why I said 2 summers. This summer, to clear out the squad. I've said it 1,000 times. This summer is to clear out the squad as much as possible, because I know you cannot clear out 20 players, whatever. And the following summer is about, now you bring in the big time players, or the players that will take you to the absolutely next step, because then you have the Champions League money. You should be having the Champions League money again, basically. Now it's okay. You cannot bring in a player from, you can bring in a player from the Belgian league, but you cannot bring in 3 from the Belgian league. Like, you need to add ready-made quality. That's what I said 2 summers. That doesn't mean that if in the summer we get linked with Zaccagni, I will call it out, because I don't like Zaccagni. However, I need to see it for 2 summers to say, this is a horrible job, or the good one. I can see where this is going. I need to see that. And that includes coaching, because it goes hand in hand. The coach and the idea, the players you want to bring in, the players you want to move on. That all goes together. But right now, to just say he's doing a terrible job makes no sense. Allegri's not his coach. He clearly doesn't want him. That's one. He clearly wants to clear out a lot of these players he doesn't want. And 2, He had no money. It all depends on Champions League. That's the situation of the club right now. That being said, really quickly, he brought in Alcaraz, a flop. He's a flop, injury, whatever, not playing, whatever. Like, it's pointless. The season is done. Like, we're not going to see anything of Alcaraz. Diallo, I have absolutely no idea what that's about because in Lille, in France, he was rated pretty highly. Like, the talk around Diallo was good. It was like, wow, man, that could be a good one. He's not played a single minute, and apparently he's fit enough. Giovanni Albanese said he didn't impress, and I'm like, it's training. Like, how poor do you have to be? Because if that's the case, how poor do you have to be in training? But if you read certain reports, and even back in France, it's crazy. Like, I don't believe that injury made him go from, let's say, here to down there. That makes no sense. So I don't know what it is about Diallo. Actually, the reporting is extremely slim right now. You only get very little snippets. Nobody asks about Diallo in the media, in the press. That's why I said the journalists out there, they asked some weird questions in the presser, but nobody really asked, like, what about Diallo? Why is he not playing? Why is he not playing? Because I don't buy he's not fit, to play 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So is that a complete flop? I don't know. We don't know. We have not seen him play a single minute. I don't know what happens in training, but what I do know is that some players who are playing, Kostic, for example, have stunk it out all season. So I don't know what they have been doing in training, but we can see what they do on the pitch, and it's absolutely garbage. And he still kept picking Kostic week in, week out, So I'm not buying all his crap in training. I need to see that for my own eyes. Because there's no report that he's that crap in training, basically. All these things. And when he plays players who are crap on the pitch, I'm like, we can see that. So what's the point, Again, it's a big summer for him, especially on clearing out the squad and figuring out what is the style of play we're going to do, what is the type of football we're going to play. Do we need more wingers? Do we need more attacking midfielders? Do we need better fullbacks? Like, do we need ball-playing center backs? I don't know. But that all goes hand in hand. To say now he's doing a horrible job with absolutely no money, and at one point not even a board. When he came in, Scanavino, Ferreira, pointless. It's him, and he needs to figure out to do something with absolutely no money. Keep that in mind. In January, it was only loanies. Calvin Phillips, Højbjerg, Alcaraz out of nowhere. We were only linked with loanies. Not a single player to buy. Not even for 5 freaking mil. That was not on the books. We didn't have the money. And people are saying, oh, you should have done better. What? Like, who's going to loan you a good player? No team is going to do that mid-January. That's insane. That's insane. Get a Pirlo, get a Vidal. Yeah, if you give us 18 million euros to buy a Vidal, he might bring you a Vidal. Who knows? There's no proof out there he can't. There's no proof out there that he can't for us. Or sign a Pirlo on a free. That's one-off. You're not going to sign a Pirlo on a free. Like, there's only one Pirlo. It's only one Pirlo. So all the narratives out there are insane. And that's not even saying he is the guy and he's going to bring us back to glory. I don't know. What I do know there's no proof to suggest he will or he will not. That's the only thing I'm saying. So in my opinion, I will wait 2 summers. Doesn't mean I will call out certain things I don't like being linked with Zaccagni. I will call that out. But I need to see the big picture. Even the summer, the Mercato ends and Anderson as our starting right winger, left winger, whatever, I will call it out. I will call BS. It's bullshit. That's bullshit if that's what we're going to do. Because what is that? You sold Zule, I get it, for the money. Like, those are the type of decisions he's going to need to make this season. We cannot keep every youngster because we need to have that big, clean plus Valenza money. I get that. But I need to see a plan. If you end up with Anderson as the main guy playing 50-plus games next season with the World Cup included, 60 games most likely, at least, I'm like, that's terrible. That's terrible. But I will still give him the next summer to maybe rectify it. To say, you know what? We needed to bridge gaps in certain areas. We needed to recoup a lot of money. But next summer, it's this, and this. I don't know. But it's way too soon to suggest this is a terrible job. Because there's absolutely no time. And on top of that, absolutely not a single penny right now. So that's all I'm saying. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. As always, like the video, subscribe. I will be live tomorrow midday for a preview. I'm gonna start trying to do midday streams on a Friday, at least 2 times a month. So stay tuned for that, because a lot of people were asking for that, and it's my free day on or my day off work on Friday. So I'm gonna try to slot those in going forward. But yeah, like the video, and I'll see you guys later on. Ciao.